Well, hello. Hopefully you had a great Memorial Day weekend and got you some rest and maybe ate a little barbecue. I know I certainly did. Well, maybe not a little, maybe a whole lot, but it's back to the grindstone. We're entering the official start of our summer selling market here in central Louisiana. And with that in mind, today I'd like to give you some tips for getting your home ready to go on the market. You know, you only get one chance to make a first impression. And with that in mind, let's take a look at some things you need to consider. First of all, pay attention to your home's curb appeal. You only get one chance to make a first impression, and the way it works, people will find your house online, they'll drive by and take a look at it from the outside. If it looks like someplace the Beverly Hillbillies would stay, they're probably just going to mark it off the list there. Actually walk back to the street and look at your house, then look at your neighbors. Does your house look at least as nice as your neighbor's house does? If not, why not? Okay, we're trying to sell this, so it needs to stand out in a positive manner. If you need to mow or weed eat or trim the hedges, do that. If you need to touch up the paint a little bit, do that as well. What we're trying to do is get these buyers to take the next step and call their agents or call me and actually schedule a showing. And if the curb appeal isn't there, odds are they're not going to do it. So pay attention to the curb appeal. Address any safety issues. So people will be in your house. You will not be there. They'll be there with their agent, or me. And so it's important. If you got any holes that the dogs have dug in the backyard, fill those in so nobody's tripping. If you have guns in your house, lock them up, unload them. Let me know about that so I can also warn the agents as well. If you have a doorbell that shocks people when they touch it, let's go ahead and take care of that before we bring strangers into our home. So pay attention to any safety concerns you might have. Fix what is broke, replace what is missing. Again, buyers do not have hardly any imagination, so they're not going to be able to see through the fact that there's no stove in the kitchen. Okay, so if you're missing a stove for whatever reason, go ahead and stick it there. If the ceiling fan only has 2 blades, that's a problem. Let's go ahead and invest the $125 and put a new ceiling fan there. Again, this will help ensure that you get top dollar when it comes offer time. Clean and declutter. Okay, clean and declutter. This is no longer your home from the time you put it on the market. This is something you have to sell to get to that next stage in life. So clean it out. Go through your kid's closet, get them about a week's worth of clothing, pack everything else up. What we're trying to do is get people to envision when they're in your home, get it your home, that it might be their home. So if you got a bunch of personalized pictures on the wall, go ahead and take those down. Let's repaint, whatever we need to do. If you've got a bunch of DVDs all over the place, people are going to stand there and stare at them. Okay, if they're doing that, they're not looking at the crown molding. So let's declutter, let's clean, and finally, Febreze is our friend. Okay, we don't want your odors. Most homes have some sort of smell or scent attached to them, and we live there, so we don't notice this on a daily basis because we're always there. Well, let's go on in there. Let's put some Febreze plug-ins or something like that throughout the house. It doesn't have to be strong. In fact, they have some that are scentless. But what that'll do is that'll help neutralize any odors. And then don't cook pork chops and liver the evening you have a showing. Okay, don't cook some giant meal in a crock pot that's going to stink up half the neighborhood. Again, scent is the closest of our senses tied to memory. And so if your house is the pork chop house, well, if they don't like pork, you're out of luck. So follow this advice. When you're ready to list your home, give me a call, Doug Rogers, Bayou Properties Realty. Number's 318-613-1994, or jump online, louisianahousehunter.com. Make it a great day.